Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how you can make a cup out of something as simple as a pinch pop. So to start with, a pinch pop, take a piece of clay that's wedged and pat it into a ball, typically about the size of your fist, but it depends on the size of the cup that you're making. Then I'm going to take my thumb and push it down in the middle. Okay, this is just a basic pinch pot. So at first, pinch pops look pretty ugly. You see all of the pinching that's going on around the side, and I'm just rotating it, pinching a little bit as I go. A common mistake a lot of people make, they set their piece down and they pinch and they turn. But what ends up happening then is you get this really flat bottom, and sometimes it's a little bit too big. So instead, you want to keep rotating it, hold it in your hand. The other mistake people make is they start to change and put their fingers on the inside, and that makes it come out a lot wider than you want it. So just the thumb on the inside, and you basically work your way up the form. If you find an area that feels thick, you do a little more pinching. And our goal is that we keep it about a ½ inch thick. Sometimes you can go a little thinner or a little thicker depending on what you're doing. Okay, so beautiful cup, right? You'd want to drink out of this every day. There are things that you can do to modify it. So for instance, if I want it to be a little bit of a more narrow cup, I can press into it. And then where the wall is now thicker, I can try and pinch a little bit more. So just trying to keep it a little more narrow. Some other things that I can do. I can flip it over, so I'm kind of trapping air. And then I can use my paddle tool to start shaping it. Okay, I just happen to be sitting at a pottery wheel for this video. You could do it with a trimming wheel on, sorry, loud noises, on the table. This is also something you could do with your hands. But you notice just from a few pats, it's really kind of cleaning up the form and making it more uniform. Okay, so the more I do that, the more I could get it to be more of a normal traditional cup. If you look, some of my sides are sticking up a little more than others. So that's an easy thing that you could fix as well. I'm gonna switch to my leather hard version. So this is one I worked on last time. So if I notice that it's sticking up in some places and that's something I don't want, a great tool for cleaning that up is our planer tool. It's like a cheese grater, but I can simply, when it's leather hard, focus on where it is raised and just start cutting down the clay. This is also a great one if I don't want any of those little inconsistencies. So I can flip it upside down and just spin the piece a bunch. And what it will do is eventually take away any of those raised parts and kind of clean up the form. Another great one, you can use loop tools. So sometimes this can leave a little bit of a texture, but sometimes that's what you want in a piece, adding a little bit more decorative texture to it. So all of those things can take a pinch pot from that really, really basic starting point and really transform it into a clean, crisp cup. Lastly, if I wanted to make it taller than I'm able with my pinch pot, I can always take and add a coil of slab or just a regular coil to the top just to elevate it a little further. All right, so that is pinch pot cups. You could also make bowls this way.